The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What has happened, Octo Nation? We're taking a look at some more EV stuff that we need to be aware of. That way, when it comes out, we know when to jump in and when not to. We've got some great connections here. Who they come from? Mr. SPAC Tigger. SPAC Tigger, he's on a Twitter. Y'all been to Twitter, stock Twitter? Check him out. I got him linked here. Go down in the description. Click him, join him, follow him, please. Anyways, I thought this would be a great video. I've been looking into this too, so kind of put some stuff together. STWO ticker. How about ticker SV or SVSVW? That's Spring Valley acquisition. That's the one that we've actually just did a video on, not yesterday, but the day before. And then SPRQ. Man, what are these? Well, how about the name Cohen? Does that ring a bell? Cohen? How about Motiv? We've talked about them. How about EVgo? Maybe a little bit. Talked about that. He said he loaded SV, Spring Valley, last week. And this week, he's going to load STWO. Motiv Power is an electric vehicle chassis company and is generating revenue and is talking to SPACs. Remember we talked about that? Motiv has a strong link with the Cohen team. Cohen, they're big involved with SPACs. Here's Ryan Hurst, the Director of Business Development and Investor Relations at Motiv Power Systems. He liked the Cohens. Cohen's Mark Sariva provides outlook on SPACs and innovation at IPO Eagle Electronic Vehicle Forum. People know him. Anyone in this sector knows the last name, Cohen. Right, this is from LinkedIn that he took this from. So, who could bring them to market? Well, here's Motiv. If you don't remember, this is a electronic chassis company, like he's saying. This is kind of like some of them out there, like Lightning, and goes down the line from there. But these seem pretty far along. They got a nice website. It looks like they've got some great contracts. Morgan Olson, Eldorado, Summit Body Works, Bimbo. Y'all need food from Bimbo. Not only that, but they've got stuff like school buses, they've got shuttle vans, step vans, box trucks, work trucks, specialty vehicles, and trolleys. So you get it all. You know, they can retrofit basically whatever you got. Are you guys getting sick of looking at these retrofit ones? I think everyone else is. I wish, the first two that come out in an exact sector like this are usually do the best. So I still think this one will do decent though, because I think it's a bigger one and it seems more professional and on it than some out there. Let's see, how about EVgo, Electronic Vehicle Go, fast charging, charge in minutes, not hours. What is this? Electronic vehicle charging play. These look cool to me. This looks like solar panel roofs here that are charging and helping charging the electronic vehicles. This isn't a tiny one either. They've got more than 800 fast charging locations, so it's not 180,000 like some of them, but they're the largest public DC fast charging network in the country, United States. Charge minutes, not hours. So DC, that's where you switch over to bigger boy power. If you want to get charged faster, these guys are the biggest in the faster charging market. So that's pretty big. Regardless, I think we need to know about both these, and I think we need to know about the next stocks we're talking about. Here's the other deal. For the EVgo, the CEO is this chick named Kathy Zoe. She was in a software company called Odyssey Energy, which is a startup to help bring distributed renewable electricity to communications to businesses in emerging economies. Previously, she worked in the Obama administration as Assistant Secretary and acting under Secretary of Energy, where she oversaw more than $30 billion in energy investments. Why is that important? Because she has ties to the Democratic Party and lawmakers, right? So I'm sure if and when Biden does come in, all right, he's going to be pulling people that he already knows to help, because she probably knows Biden. Remember Obama, Biden, right? Which means that she's going to be easily able to get contracts. Same with ChargePoint though, because one of the chairmen that used to work for ChargePoint is now working with Biden too. So both ChargePoint and EVgo, I think, will get a lot of U.S. contracts just because of the connections they have to Obama and Biden. Pretty huge, something to pay attention to. Great further background with Kathy. So I'll be all for that one if that pops too for the solar play. Also pay attention, she's got ties to Harvard and Stanford and Duke. The first stock SPAC that we're going to talk about is STWO, Acorns, like Acorns too. This baby here is got 250 million in the MERS, 250 in the MERS. Ticker also has warrants at STWOW, STWOW, not JWOW, STWOW. Target, it's kind of an ESG slant. Our selection process will leverage our long-standing network of industry sustainability, private equity sponsor, credit fund sponsor, Cohen stuff, and lending community relationships, as well as relationships with management teams of public and private companies, investment bankers, restructuring advisors, attorneys, accountants, which we believe should provide us with a number of business combination opportunities. This basically admits that they're going to be pulling from their pool of people they already know. Sustainability, environmental, social, and economic core impacts, stuff like that. The team, this one's rock solid too. Head dude, Adam Krager, 20-year track record of driving organic and inorganic growth, and as well in the food service industry. So this one I think could actually go something with food, which I'm cool with too. He serves on the board for Funko, Inc., an Acorn investment portfolio company. Prior to joining Acon Investments, he was a senior vice president corporate strategy at the McDonald's Corporation. Y'all ever heard of McDonald's? Responsible for global strategy development and execution, driving the future direction of a wide range of aspects of the business. In addition to environmental sustainability leadership in areas of food, agriculture, and packaging. McDonald's has also been a leader in many critical areas of social sustainability nearly from its inception. So he was helping lead them to be sustainable and stuff. So he's also worked with Walt Disney. Just goes from there. Then we've got John Roosh. He's worked with Advanced Energy Industrials, Lametre, Vascular, and Applied Life Science and Systems, an early stage company developing vaccination technology to enable antibiotic-free poultry. So again, we get poultry's chicken, right? So antibiotic-free food, kind of got a green slanted food on both these also. So it could be straight ESG hardware stuff like charging or the vehicle, or it could be a food slant. Some sort of green food slant. How about Jonathan Gins? Secretary at Energy Resources LLC. Mr. Gins has also previously served on the board of directors of several public companies, including Mariner Energy and Northern Tier Energy. How about Daniel Ginge? Biomatrix Holdings and Injured Workers Pharmacy LLC. He previously served on the board for Impre Media, Magic Media, Peter Piper Inc. That cracked me up. What is that? Does anyone know? And Radio Vista LLC. Then we got Sarah Levy also worked at Funko. This one also threw a curveball to me. And the Lucius L. Latour Foundation. Miss Levy spent 21 years at Viacom, most recently as the Chief Operating Officer of Viacom Media Networks. As COO, she oversaw operations and strategy for premier branding, including MTV. Does anyone know who MTV is? How about Comedy Central and Nickelodeon, BET, and Paramount Network, as well as international operations in nearly 200 countries? During her years at Viacom, she led a diverse range of departments and businesses within the company, from consumer products to TV networks to ad sales. She served as a COO of Nickelodeon for over a decade, during which time she oversaw the acquisition and integration of businesses and assets, including intellectual property, streaming video, digital gaming, and preschool education. Earlier in her career, she worked at the Walt Disney Corporation, so again, we got that. And then also with Goldman Sachs, Ms. Levy received BA Economics Harvard, and an MBA, BA and MBA from Harvard. Dude, this chick is a powerhouse. Sarah Levy. Don't you want her on your team? So this got me interested too, but here's Funko. Here's this Funko. I'm like, okay, what is Funko? We got a couple things here. Funko, to me, as far as I can tell, are these figures. I guess what they have on here too is, like, you can see they got animation cartoons, they got movies and TV, other Poppus and collectibles, Funko originals. So I think they probably sell like these toys or something, but then they also have the cartoons and TV to intertwine in between them. But you can see the brand associations they got. They got Harry Potter, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, The Office, the NBA. What does this tell me? It tells me that they know how to advertise and hype. They understand brands. This is fantastic. How about Ryan Shedrick Wilson? Feeding Change initiative to catalyze a more nourishing, sustainable, and equitable food system. In 2017, Ms. Shaddock Wilson founded Boardwalk Collective LLC, which advises CEOs, philanthropists, and investors committed to creating a healthier, happier, and more connected world. She previously served as Chief Strategy Officer and General Counsel of Michelle Obama Health Initiative Partnership for Healthy America, and was an architect of the Fruits and Veggies campaign for the fruit and veggie movement. Just keep all that in your back pocket. Not only that, junior doctorate from Harvard, Princeton, not bad. How about Janie? Just doesn't quit. The medical device and consumer products industry. Scott is currently the division DCE of ophthalmology subsector at Halma PLC. So we've got health, we've got food, and some green slant, but then we got the media stuff and this whole Funko thing. Is Funko even on the stock market? I don't know. Does anyone actually know what it is? Just going with a grain of salt here. I think it'd be cool. But regardless, having all these people on our team, I think is really neat. I was thinking too, I mean, the problem with these EVs is time. Even the fast chargers, they still take 30 minutes. What's going to happen in the 30 minutes when Miss Smith pulls up with her kids? And her kids are freaking out and screaming and they're on a road trip or something. They're waiting 30 minutes. Isn't it faster to pump gas? Well, I was kind of thinking, what if they could integrate this Funko thing somehow? Like, what if you had those stalls for the, let's call it the EV charger. Let's say they went with the EV charger company. They had the stalls right here, and then like in the middle, what if they had like an old school but new school slant to an arcade? Where they had like Marvel and Star Wars games. So the kids would want to go to the EVgo charge stations versus anyone else because they get to play Funko games, right? Or maybe even just watch the cartoons so the kids can watch it there. Or maybe have it like stream automatically for free onto your phones when you're there. And they got Wi-Fi built in, something like that. Going off the deep end there, but you can see a lot of things connecting. The next SPAC stock we're talking about here is SV Spring Valley. Here's the video I did the other day on it. If you haven't watched it, check it out. I really like this one too. This one reminds me of NGA, the people who grabbed Lion. You know, so I could see them going with either or. There's still another couple charging companies that could go. I'll take any of them. I'll take any of them. How about the last ticker? None other than Spartan Acquisition Corp. II. So the first one, I'd been my like second or third video I made. Anyone watch it? If you do, you might remember this background here. It's the same background they got. Remember they changed it, right? That was one of the big catalysts. Well, they're using the same one, so they're like, I still want to watch this. I think it'd be really funny if they changed this background out of something else. They did it before. Do it again. If you don't remember, this is Fisker. Fisker Electric Vehicles are the ones that brought them. Anyways, I got a new one, Spartan Acquisition Corp. II. $250 million MERS, perfect size probably for either of those. What are they doing? They want to partner with a particular focus on opportunities aligned with energy transition and sustainability. Spartan 2 was formed for the purpose of entering into a merger with another company, bunch of blah, 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 Apollo stuff. It looks like to me they've pretty much got the same team as last time. So if you wanted more information on that, just go watch my first video on Spartan, because I go over some of the team. Of course, they're rock solid. The good thing about walking into a meeting or placing a phone call is the second you say, hey, we're the ones who brought Fisker to market, everyone knows Fisker. Even though the stock didn't do amazing, people know it in the game, right? So walking in with that, it's going to be a lot on your back. So I think this is another good one to pay attention to. One no one is talking about. Ticker on that for the NYSE is SPRQ. Right now, I just believe the units are out, so .U/UU. Try that. But just Spartan Acquisition Corp in a second. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. If you haven't joined our Patreon, please do that too. Actually slid them a lot of this deal before I do these videos. That way they can get early entries. We also got some secret stuff we're working on for some more due diligence for some upcoming SPACs too. So always cool stuff. People are making a ton of money. Thanks for all the support. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this video with your friends, it'd be greatly appreciated. Y'all take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.